Okay, we've got the side pieces on. We actually made sure all of the screws were facing the same way to deal with OCD. I don't think these are supposed to be out all the way. The instructions do show them out all the way, so we'll probably have to adjust those with the body. This would adjust the width or how wide the body is, and I think, again, it was used for other kits. So the reason why is because when you actually turn it all the way, and this may happen no matter what, is actually the wheels, they hit these little side plates. And then the last bit of hardware would be the front bumper. Looks like they're almost all the way in, just judging by the pictures. It's hilarious because, I mean, these nuts on the bottom of the car, I mean, they're going to get chewed up. That's what, if you were driving on asphalt. And that's why I don't think this kit was really used, even though it's got some wear from battery acid, but there's no, the nuts they're intact. So there, we've got all of our metal hardware done. These little screws, these are actually for this, and we're going to work on this next. We got to clean this up. We're going to try to take this apart because I need to get these out, but I don't know exactly how they went in. I know that you bend them out once you put them in, but I don't know how to bend them back in, these little sections back here. So I'm going to kind of do away with the electronics a little bit. I am probably going to keep a portion of it because I want to retain this shelf. But there we are for now. All right, we've got the side pieces on now. The next page of the manual does tell you to adjust these. There's actually little lines on the chassis, and you adjust those. Now, the front indicates, it's got a little indicator there. It shows the screw in the middle, but I kind of just took the original body and I've set it in place of where it kind of needs to go, and we can see, well, maybe the front wheels are actually too far back, so we need to adjust that a little bit, and then also probably allow clearance for the wheels. So we're going to locate our little nut driver. Just loosen that up a bit, and maybe we'll move this indicator so it is just touching that line, like right there. We're not going to tighten it down. And then we've got some clearance. Now with the tire it'll still hit, but I still think that's... Now ideally I'd like to have the body actually mounted, but that's still too far back. So we're going to move it up a little bit more. There we go. We also want to make sure we don't have this on backwards. I don't believe I do. Actually, we may have it on backwards. We've got this on backwards, folks. Totally backwards. That is supposed to go up the front. That's why you don't assume things. We're going to flip this around. That makes more sense, because that would push everything up further, and that line would line up. And you can see the line on this side as well. So we're going to correct that. What I was doing was I was looking at the manual, and do we have these correct? No, these are totally, yeah, these are correct. I thought maybe I had those backwards as well as the hubs or the axles, but they're actually correct. I just need to take one of these off and put this towards the back, and this may correct our toe problem as well, because I don't know, it just may correct it. So I'm going to fix that, snug this down. All right, we're back. We've got it buttoned up. Didn't necessarily do anything to the toe problem, but like I mentioned before, I could actually bend this a little back if I wanted. So essentially shortening this up. Much better. Now the wheels are not going to hit. That should have all made sense to me, but looking at the manual upside down didn't do me any favors. And it's going to be hard to tell, but there's where we're looking at. This is turned a little bit because of that toe, but we are exactly where we need to be, right in the middle of that marker. Nice, nice, nice. So the next thing we're going to work on is this contraption here. I'm going to take it apart. I do need to still retain some of this because this is where the guy mounts. Even though I'm not going to use all of this, I need to keep this. So we need to take all of this apart. Take off these wipers. Wire tie it, just twist it together. We're gonna take that motor off. These are actually two separate pieces. We may be able to, I guess it doesn't matter if I get them apart or not, but I don't want to get it too hot because I don't want to melt the plastic, which has already been done by whenever this was assembled. Okay, we are back. We've got, took the motor out. We actually took this plate out. I fed all the wires through. I'm not sure if I'm probably not going to desolder them. I'm probably just going to hot glue them at the bottom to keep them in place, but kind of hidden. Because again, I'm not going to be reusing this, but I am going to clean it up. And I want that in place for the guy. So this is what we're left with. And part of the reason taking this apart, you can see these are dented, and we can repair those. At least we should be able to. And we're gonna take this out, and we're gonna throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner. It's very dirty. There are some little nuts in here. It should just slide out. I think those are glued. I'm gonna leave those in. There's really no reason to take them out. But we're gonna get these terminals out. These should slide right out. There we go. And these little guys here, they slide, you can't even see that. These slide out, and then we should be able to push those pins. There we go. So these, very small, we'll be able to push that back out, make them as good as new, and then we should be able to push this out right here. So that's what slides into the slot. Bit. I'm gonna finish getting this off. We're gonna throw these in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then we'll figure out how we're going to configure this. So I'm probably just going to use some wires in the back here, solder them together, batteries, and then strap them down. I'm not going to permanently attach them or anything. And yeah, we'll go from there.